Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day. I feel like this is an elephant in the room that I needed to address and discuss based on some comments that I've gotten from you in the comment section, just people who are my followers that I don't really know personally, just based on how I look in my videos and some of my behavior patterns, and then also from my family, from some friends that are close to me that have brought this up. And it's time that I address it, and I think it's important. And it has to do with the possibility of my eating disordered behavior resurfacing, maybe me going down a bad area that I've been in the past, and just keeping in check, making sure that I'm healthy mentally, physically, and all that stuff. As someone who openly struggled back in 2014 and 15 with a definite eating disorder, anorexia, orthorexia, restrictive eating, being underweight, and I'm very open about that on my YouTube channel. I have a link that I will put below that I would love for you to watch. It's like my eating disorder story, so I don't have to go over that again here. But really, to summarize what this video is going to be about is me admitting that I've sort of gotten off my path of making sure that I'm recovered from my eating disorder, and why now I'm making this video and I've sort of gotten that slap in the face, why I am making my recovery more of a priority, and so why I think I am overall in a good place right now versus where I was, let's say, 2 years ago. And I also want to address the three key differences between Jackson being in his super eating disordered mode and being healthier. Because I think it's easy to look at me now and say, oh, remember when you were, bodybuilding? Here, I'll actually put it on the screen here. I just found this video from the other day I was scrolling through my YouTube channel at old videos. And this, is from 2 years ago when I was in full-blown bodybuilding mode. I was into building muscle, and look at how different my body was. Like, it's incredible how much I'm able to manipulate and change my body. It amazes me. My goals back then were to be big and to build muscle, and my goals have completely changed. I'm really into trail running, into cycling, and my body will adapt to that lifestyle, obviously. But here are the critical things that I want to talk about. When I was in my eating disordered mode, just my full-blown, just getting into nutrition, I became orthorexic. What that means, if you don't know, is you're so obsessed with the nutritional quality of your food and the nutritional dogma that you have developed. For me, it was reading things like, honestly, watching Forks Over Knives and reading the China study, and no oil, no refined sugar, no salt. I took it too seriously to the point where it was unhealthy. That's what orthorexia is. So back in 2014 and 15, and you know this if you're close to me or my family or a personal friend, I wouldn't eat food put together by another human being, whether that was my friend or at a restaurant, period. Because I needed to know every single thing that I was eating or I would freak out. So I was making all my own food. If we'd go to a restaurant, I would literally order a green salad with no dressing, and then I would eat back at home or before. I was so obsessed with having zero oil in my diet, zero things that made me uncomfortable, that I was so obsessed that obviously I got very underweight. By the way, I was 141 pounds at my worst, I think, during my eating disorder. I'm 6'2". And the next thing that kind of goes in with orthorexia is my meal timing. I was obsessed with when I was eating. If I had to eat with socially or had a class or a field trip or something and it interrupted what I thought was my good eating schedule, totally freaked me out. And then the last thing is around timing. If it was past 8 o'clock, even if I was starving and I didn't have a chance to eat dinner, I just wouldn't eat till the next morning because I thought it was bad for your digestion to eat late at night. So with that orthorexic tendencies, I can say to myself now, my cheat day video is a great example. I no longer fear eating unhealthy vegan junk food once in a while, and that's like a way for me to keep in check with my recovery that I'm on a healthier path right now because I'm not so obsessed like I used to be. The next huge sign of when I was in my eating disorder, and this is like a very objective one where you can know if you have a problem or not right now, is your bodily functions are going to change and shut down if you aren't nourishing yourself enough. The big thing that happens with people is their sexual function. For women, it's actually like not getting your period anymore. That's a very objective thing. You can tell if your body is imbalanced in some way. For men, it's just losing your sex drive completely. And I was in the middle of college when my sex drive was supposed to be through the roof, and it was always through the roof. And I'm a dude, I was a young guy, and I completely lost any interest in socializing with people, having sexual relations with women, completely lost that. And that's a huge sign that something was wrong with me. That's not a problem right now in my life at all. I definitely have the sex drive. And then weight, right? Weight is the big one. I was 141 pounds at my worst. If you put that into the BMI scale for my age and for my height, that's out of the normal range. That's underweight. Now, I am currently 156 pounds, which is totally within normal weight. It's obviously on the lower side because I'm an endurance athlete and I'm fit. But the other day after Banana Island, I stepped on the scale and I was 150 pounds. And that for me, I know, is a bit too low. So what did I do? I went out and used that opportunity to film a cheat day, and I've just been eating more generally the past week and a half, not exercising as much, and now I'm back to 156 pounds. So all of those things that I mentioned, kind of going through the key reasons of, descriptions of when I was in my eating disordered mode and how those aren't really relevant in my life now. I mean, the orthorexic, the sex drive, and the weight things, that honestly, those are way more in check now than they used to be. With all of that in mind, I can only blame that getting down to 150 pound little episode that I had maybe a week and a half ago and getting a little bit too light is that I wasn't putting my eating disorder recovery at the forefront of my life. And this is what this video is really about. I've had some friends and close people. I literally had a friend tell me, you are too ripped, you have abs. Because you have abs, you're clearly back in your eating disorder. And that is so crazy and ridiculous to say. Any athlete who is conscious of their food and living this lifestyle, especially if you're a man, it's going to be really easy to see your abs through your skin. I mean, if you're eating right and training right for being the best at whatever sport you're interested in. So it's easy to kind of pick little nitpicky things. Oh, you look too skinny, your abs are showing. But hopefully those things that I listed are more objective benchmarks to show that I'm naturally a lean, fit, kind of ripped dude. I lifted for a while too, so my muscle mass is probably slightly bigger than the average endurance athlete. But yeah, moving on to what this video is really about is that I let my recovery slip. I forgot about it, right? Because it's been maybe 2 years, since 2015 that I've been good with food. So over that time, I sort of forgot about it. And earlier in my recovery, I had to make sure to eat socially, to go out to restaurants, to not overexercise. And because now my life has just been much healthier, I kind of forgot that these things can creep back into your life. So it's not that I was restricting calories or anything like that. It's I forgot to put my recovery first, so it starts to inch back. The demons start to come back. When you forget about a bad habit, that's actually one of the worst things you can do for becoming better. You want to have that bad habit in your consciousness and every day work towards not letting it resurface in your life. So one thing that I did recently, once I started to lose weight and get more into endurance and kind of creep back into the type of habits or activities that I was doing when I had my eating disorder, I decided to get an accountability partner. And I have a friend, I'm going to keep it totally private, not tell you guys who it is, but I have a vegan male friend who's my age, who also struggles with some of the same things as me. And every single night, I'm talking every single night, we Skype with each other and just check in. And if one of us is struggling with something, we'll write out a plan in order to fix it. And then every day Skype and make sure that they're on that plan for healing and health. Because the worst thing for people like me, and maybe you, if you can relate to being obsessed about something or having disordered eating, is being left alone. Once you're left alone, the demons are allowed to fully come out, and there's no one keeping you accountable to stay healthy. So that's why I have this accountability partner, and we have to share everything with each other, and we do. So I'm not even kidding, my camera just died, and then I just met with my accountability partner, charged up the camera, and now I'm back. If you want to compare something more mainstream to what I mean, I have a lot of family members that have gone through and still go through Alcoholics Anonymous, which is something that you probably know someone in your life that goes as well. And if you know someone who is 20 years sober, who hasn't taken a sip of alcohol, they still go to their meetings, sometimes every day, sometimes once a week. It's the same thing with people like me, and maybe you, if you're in this world of fitness and nutrition and have some crazy control issues with food. It's something that you need to go to meetings as often, meetings, quote unquote, whether that's to your therapist, whether that's to your accountability partner. If you can do it all internally and check in. For different people, you're going to have to take different measures depending on how severe it is. But I stopped, quote unquote, going to meetings, kind of forgot about my issue, and then boom, it starts to creep back into my life, which is why now I'm taking more of an aggressive stance. I have my accountability partner. I'm talking to you about it. I can be very objective about my weight, going out and eating at restaurants like I actually am tonight. You'll see today is a vlog day that I don't know which video will go up first, but I'm going out to dinner tonight. I'm able to I'm able to change my habits from when I knew I was in my eating disorder, and because I have that experience of the kinds of things that I did when I was very anorexic and orthorexic, I know now, oh my God, if I feel that within my heart, if I feel that stress about going out to a restaurant, or I get triggered eating too late at night, I know that that's something that I need to get back into check with my recovery, and I do it now with my accountability partner, talking to my parents, talking with you guys. So I hope that gives some peace of mind and clarity to you as my viewers and followers, because I know how much time you spend with me and probably how much I mean to you. You guys mean so much to me as well, but you're the ones seeing me all of the time. I only get to interact with you in your in the comment section, or if you have a YouTube channel, I like to watch your guys' YouTube videos if I see you in the comments and you have videos on your channel. But yeah, I just wanted to come clear and say that I'm not perfect. I am not fully recovered from my eating disorder. I don't think I'll ever be recovered. It's always a process of recovery, but that I'm also not in like a super bad place right now where I'm restricting my food, where my bodily functions aren't working, where I'm technically underweight. That's just not my reality right now, thankfully, because it's a dark place if you let yourself get there, as I did back in the day. But yeah, right now, it's like I'm on the cusp. I'm on the cusp of being a little bit too light. After Banana Island, I was too light, so I got to be aggressive about my recovery. And you know, for me, having my yoga practice, having my spiritual practice, having my accountability partner, going out and making sure to be social, to be a part of a community, those are the things, that little trifecta is what allows me to have the self-love and community and accountability to stay healthy so that I don't get back to a lifestyle that is unhealthy for me, not productive for my goals in life, which is to be happy, to be nurtured, to be loved, and, you know, to be healthy. So thank you so much for listening to me talk about this. I know it's a sensitive and probably triggering topic to people. Let me know what you think about this approach in the comments below. If you have experience with disordered eating and you think there's something that would really serve me, that would benefit me, let me know. If you want to email me, if it's too public in the comments section, you just go through the contact page of Plantriotic.com. I'll have it in the description box. You can send me an email. I'd love to help you, connect with you. If you right now are in the middle of an eating disorder episode, or maybe even think that you are right now, please email me. You can also go through the coaching page of my website, and I want to help you. I want to help people like this because I've gone through it, and I think I have some tools in order to help you too if it's something that you can resonate with. So thank you so much again. Much love, dream extreme, and stay healthy. Stay healthy in the mind and the heart is sometimes even more important than staying quote unquote high carb, clean, healthy in your physical body. Thanks, guys.